guys, it's Cindy Leach, your polymer clay tutor. In today's PCT product demo, I'm going to do a review of Mont Bleu glass nail files, and I'm going to share with you a cool idea on how to make polymer clay covered glass nail files. So this is kind of a combo video, and for a long time I've wanted to make polymer clay covered nail files. Glass nail files are the perfect medium for putting polymer clay on, and they make a really, really beautiful gift, and you can do them in any kind of style. So when Mont Bleu offered to send me some samples of their glass nail files, I was really excited about it because finally I would get a chance to try polymer clay on it. And so then they sent me these absolutely stunning ones, and I felt a little guilty about covering up the crystals with the polymer clay, but I did do one sample of it. But I'll explain the process of covering a glass nail file in a bit. So here are the nail files from Mont Bleu. They are absolutely beautiful. They are a company that comes out of the city of Prague in the Czech Republic, and they put this postcard in there of Prague, which is a nice touch. And you can see their beautiful city. And the nail files that they make are really nice quality. They've got, these ones here are one of their special ones. They've got lots and lots of different designs and some plain ones, which would be more suited for covering in polymer clay. But they have them in several sizes and styles. Now these ones have a sticker on there that is the authenticity of, they have real Swarovski crystals on here, and they put them all on there. They're hand decorated with the crystals. They have some with lots of different colors, some that are hand painted, some that are plain like I was saying, and lots of different sizes, or these three sizes anyways. And this one here is the large one, and it is about just over about 7.5 inches long. It's a beautiful size. The medium one here has a pointed tip on it, and it is about just over 5 inches, about 5¼ inches. And then the small one here, which also has a pointed tip, for cleaning under your nails and things with it. That one is about 3.5 inches. And they have these nice little packages that they slide into to protect them. So if you put them in your purse and whatever, they're protected. But the beautiful thing about glass nail files is their surface. Now, they do... I don't know how they get this etched surface on there, whether it's chemical or like with sandblasting or whatever they do, but it has an etched surface to it. So when you file your nails with it, and ignore my nails please, I've been doing a lot of gardening and stuff, so they're kind of in a rough shape. But when you file your nails with it, has a really smooth surface to it. It doesn't have the grains in it like a metal nail file will have, or even like a diamond nail file. And the nice thing about glass is that you can sterilize them. So if you're using them in like a commercial situation, or if different people are using the nail files, you can wash them and sterilize them with rubbing alcohol, or however you want to do that. But glass also is a great one for covering in polymer clay. And you can see on places like Etsy, where people are selling their handmade polymer clay glass files, and they are really beautiful. You can do them in any style you like. This one I decided to do in, I covered it with one of the mod canes that we made a little while ago in a video. I'll just show you some samples of the slices here. And this particular cane was made with some Souffle clay, Sculpey Souffle clay. And it was a great style to put on these nail files. Now, I've got the site over here for you. Oh, and if you do check out their site, site is designglassware.com. But we're going to have a coupon code for 20% off. So that will be on our website, on our blog at polymerclaytutor.com. So you'll want to check that out if you're interested in buying these. But like I said, they have some plain ones in clear. They also have different colors and all kinds of different styles. You can get them with crystals and lots of things, so you want to check that out. But their prices are really good. It's in euros, and they do ship from the Czech Republic. But right now, so the small nail file is about $4 or €4, which currently for American prices that's just over $4, and Canadian prices that's just over $5. So that's a very good price. And if you do decide to cover them in polymer clay, it is really quite easy to do. Now, whenever you cover anything glass in polymer clay, you want to make sure that the glass is going to be able to be oven safe. So you want to test it first. So what I did was I took one of the, I had two of these in this size here. I took this and put it into the oven. You always want to start with a cold oven first because you don't want to thermal shock your glass. So I put it in the oven cold first and let the temperature rise up to the temperature I was going to be baking the polymer clay at. And Souffle clay bakes at 275, which is the same as Primo. So I let it get up to the 275, let it sit there for about 15 minutes, and then let it cool down. That way I could see if it was going to be able to handle the heat. You always want to let glass cool down, right down till it's cold. You don't want to move it, so you leave it in the oven, turn the oven off, and then let it cool down before touching it so that you're not letting it break or shocking it. So once I tested it to make sure it could handle the heat, oh, and I actually peeled off the little sticker first before I did that. I don't know if the plain ones probably don't have the sticker on there. That's just to show the authenticity for the crystals. But so, and also you wouldn't be covering up these beautiful crystals if you bought the plain ones or even the painted ones. But what I did next was, because they had the crystals on there, I built up a little bit of a layer first, but I covered it in scrap polymer clay first so that I could have a nice base and shape it properly before I put my canes on it. So once I wrapped it in the scrap polymer clay, I trimmed it off and I put it in the oven and baked it for about 30 minutes to get a good solid base. Same rule applies. So I put it in the oven cold, let it get full temperature, baked it for 30 minutes, and then let it cool down. Then after I brought it out of the oven, so pretend this is in a muddy color because that's what I used, some scrap clay, I sanded it and got a nice shape to it so that I would have a good base for putting my cane slices on. And this is a good way to go about it because when you whenever you put a handle on something, if you've got a base that's baked on it first and you've shaped it first, then it's a lot easier to put your cane slices on. If you were to just put raw clay and then your cane slices, it would be difficult to get a really nice shape without doing a lot of sanding and possibly removing your cane slice. So once my base was baked, I rubbed the base with a little bit of Sculpey Bake and Bond. And I've talked about this before, but you just, it's like liquid Sculpey. You could use the liquid Sculpey, but the Bake and Bond has some little fibers in it or something that makes it a little bit more like a glue. And it works beautifully between baked clay and raw clay. So I rubbed it down with the baked base with the Bake and Bond, and then I put the slices of the mod cane on there. And you can see here's some slices here. Whenever I use a cane slice for a project or a veneer or anything like that, I make sure that the slice is quite thick, around at least 1 millimeter or 2, not paper thin, because that gives me a lot more room for sanding later. If you make super, super thin slices, a lot of people try to get as much mileage out of their cane as possible, but then you run into the trouble of not being able to sand it back. And if you've got a thick slice like that, you can sand it back without worrying about wearing right through it. So I wrapped it around the base. I used all my slices, connected them up. trimmed it off, and it was a little tricky in these corners here, but I did the best I could there. And then wrapped it and baked it again. And this time I baked it for a full hour just to make sure that this was really tough, because you're going to be using this as a utilitarian type thing. You want to make sure that it is really tough and not going to chip or break on you. So the polymer, I mean. So I baked it, you know, from cold yet again, and baked it, but this time I made sure to bake it within the pan with a lid on it, so that the colors of the cane weren't getting discolored or anything. They were protected from the heat of the elements, and I always bake it that way, but I just thought I'd mention that. And then we sanded and buffed it afterwards. Now, Souffle clay has kind of a matte suede type finish to it, so it doesn't get a high shine if you sand and buff it, but it really has a beautiful feel to it. So I think that what I'm going to want to do is get myself a bunch of the plain ones, or I could go, I do like the with a little bit of color there, but the plain ones are even a better deal. Get a bunch of them and start, maybe make a tutorial on doing some more like a proper in-depth tutorial, and with covering them in polymer clay. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, if you're interested in picking up some of these glass nail files, the quality is beautiful. They do a beautiful job. They sent them in the nice packaging. They're, whether you get the plain ones or the fancy ones, they're beautiful. And you'll want to go to our site at www.polymerclaytutor.com to get the coupon code for your 20% off. And so I hope you liked that and that you got some neat ideas from it. If you did like that, let us know. And also, if we've got lots and lots and lots of videos on lots of different subjects to do with polymer clay, so make sure to check through them and see if we've got the answers that you were looking for working with polymer clay. And if not, leave a suggestion in the comment section below, and maybe we can make a video for you in the future. All right, so we'll see you next time, and bye for now.